Welcome to today's edition of Drive Time with David and Dave. Often irreverent, sometimes informative, and occasionally brilliant, Morningstar's finest tackle the comedic questions of the day, which no one else even dares to ask. David Vallier and Dave Yarnes come to you each week from their studio in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Now, if you've missed a portion of today's broadcast or would like to recommend it to a friend, you can hear this program at any time on the Drive Time with David and Dave host page at talknetworkradio.com. Well, now here are David and Dave with today's show.
Hello, everybody. We are back in Studio 8, and I am with Dave Yarnes, and this is Drive Time with David.
And Dave.
Yes.
Wow.
Or is it Dave and David? I never remember.
I think it was David and Dave, and you were the David, and I think somehow it switched.
Yeah, whichever.
I've got mine patented at this point.
Oh, okay. So we got to make sure it's right.
Hey, I am so very excited to let people know that we have an official email address. You can write us anything. You can ask us profound questions. You can look for spiritual training, guidance.
Wow.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Wow.
Now, we're not sure we'll ever get back to you.
Exactly, yeah.
But it'll make you feel a lot better.
Yeah, we'll read it and then disregard it, and then,
we would like to let you know. And listen how easy this is. It's Drive, D-R-I-V-E.
Yeah.
At mstarm.org. And
that's
someone
easy.
will actually, so if you want to know about us or if you want to know how to get on or, whatever you want to do, or listen, you might want us to come to your hometown and do a Drive Time with David and Dave in Des Moines, Iowa or Sioux City.
Yeah.
Why am I in Iowa?
Well,
you could go
but clearly
Manhattan.
we want to go to Iowa. This is a big desire of our heart.
It is.
So please invite us out.
Iowa's a great town, and everything is going well in the world as long as you keep Jesus on the throne.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
That's
so it's a good time. Hey, I've got one for us today. I wanted to talk about this one. Just a couple of moments of silence, as you guys may or may not know. My longtime companion, Long Dog, went to be with Jesus. So I've actually been looking at other dogs and breeds. Yeah, it's hard because I want him back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he was the mellowest of all dogs.
He was such a sweet dog.
He'd come and sit in the office and just chill. I remember I would throw the ball to him once, and he looked at me. He's like, "If you wanted the ball, why'd you throw it? Like, don't expect me to get it."
He's like, well, I don't understand.
Compared to those dogs that run and get the ball all day long, they'll do it because they love it. He didn't care.
Yeah,
he just did not.
That's
care.
a dog. That's a dog that you keep. That's a dog that you trust. Yeah,
he would. And we would go out sometimes, and I'd be on a walk. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the truck.
Yeah,
but
you chill.
You take all the time you want. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We strive. We go out of our way to provide the kind of content, deep spiritual understanding that I think just raises the whole IQ and societal levels of everybody.
100%. Yeah, we are what you would call spiritual geniuses.
Yes.
Yeah. I think so.
Yes. Well, I wanted to talk about strange and unusual pets, or maybe they're not strange and unusual. To me, they seemed, and this is from our proprietary source, people that know more stuff than we do.
Of course.
And they have them ranked, I guess it's by popularity. But the pygmy hedgehog. I'll show you a picture. He's a cute little guy.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if you call that cute, but yeah.
I guess they're nocturnal, so I think that's, you go to bed, they get up. But what would you think about having a hedgehog? Or maybe you have a hedgehog out there. Write us at drive@msrm.org.
What's funny is my sister-in-law's roommate had a hedgehog as a pet. I met this thing. It slept with her.
Really?
In the bed, yeah. And would be it was the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So when you say that, I was like, no way. Because I've never seen somebody with a hedgehog before or after.
So let me ask you this. What does a pet make? Let's say a rat chews a hole through the wall and he lives in your room. He's not your pet at that point.
No, he is not. He is not my pet. He is a vermin, and he deserves to die, but that's just my opinion.
So what is, does a pet by definition have to provide some kind of because I'm wondering if you could you pet a hedgehog?
You can. I actually did. I pet this hedgehog. It was really weird, Dave. And it just didn't feel right. It felt I was like, are you happy? I wanted to sit down and like interview, like give me a signal, like blink twice if you want to go back to your like homeland, which I don't even know where they're from.
Yeah, I don't know where they're from either.
For some reason, I think
this
Australia.
one's from Africa.
Oh,
so,
Africa. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty big place. You'd have to be a little bit. What if you dropped them off in the desert? He's like, dude, I lived in the jungle.
Yeah, he's like, help me. I'm like, go to your life. Go back to where you belong.
Free.
Yeah.
I can walk like 1 meter a day.
Right.
It's going to take me the rest of my life. Thanks a lot.
I think I'm doing such a good thing. I'm like, you're free. He's like, no, I'm not. You're gonna kill me. As soon as I drive away, that eagle comes and swoops him up.
When you pet it, does it feel prickly? Is it like
yeah. It feels exactly what you would imagine it to feel like.
Yeah. So and then. Like, I don't imagine you're taking it for walks. Like, you put a little leash on it.
No, but one of the things that the roommate was telling me was that it is really messy. So
I was looking for an endearing quality.
No. It's like really messy and like just kind of like tears things up, and it's gross. It's not meant to be a pet. That's what I'm saying. Like
I was waiting for someone else to say that. So let's go on to this next one. Well, and that was the pygmy hedgehog. This is the pygmy goat, and I do know a couple of people. I've not hung out with their pygmy goats, but pygmy goats, they're just little guys, but they're low maintenance family pets. They're friendly and self-existing, but you'll need a bit of land to keep them. So perhaps they're not ideal for townhomes.
No, definitely
like a
not.
pygmy goat. He's like,
Yeah, why would you ever have a goat though? Have you seen those videos of the goats like screaming? Like that's what I'm afraid of. Like that, just like it's not like brah, like it's like loud, like a hurting child, like a like that's what they sound like. I'm serious, and I guess that's how they communicate. It's I don't want to go.
No. So. Have you been around? Because we have some mutual friends that have goats up in Moravian Falls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they and then is goat yoga a real thing?
I've heard of this goat yoga, but I don't know what is.
Can
goat
somebody write us and let us know? Are we being duped?
Have you heard of goat yoga?
Is it a real thing? Our engineer they're not sure in the engineering department.
Can you do some research on it?
Yeah. Let us know if
Google goat yoga
and drive at mstarm.org.
That's
let us know if you maybe you're totally incensed at this point. You have a pygmy hedgehog and a pygmy goat, and you're like, this is the last time I'm going to listen to them.
I feel like they are just zeroing in on me, and it's really ticking me off.
And maybe the pygmy goat. I guess. I'm trying to find a way to be empathetic here. Maybe the goat could take a walk with you. As a matter of fact, I saw people walking their goats one time. It is a real thing. Our engineer showed us a picture.
Okay, this picture is someone doing yoga with a goat standing on their back. So is the goat a part of your yoga, or are you? What's going on there?
Yeah, so that's I mean, is the goat trained like downward facing dog? The goat knows the deal. And
the goat's like breathe in, breathe out.
Well, and then is it provide like maybe it's like the attachment to nature?
Yeah, that's just so strange. This world is getting crazy.
And how did you come up with that? Like some of the stuff we did, like
drugs.
Or maybe you're like a goat farmer and you got kicked off of most of your land, so you're like really in tight quarters.
Right.
And then you're like, hey, I got to do yoga, and the goats are in there, and somebody or maybe like FaceTimed it, and they're like, wow, that is so cool.
No, I'm just envisioning a yogi who has a goat, just like you said. They're in an apartment, they're doing yoga, the goat gets on their back, and then a friend walks in and says, oh, my God. And they're like, just hear me out here. Goat yoga.
You have arrived at a new level of yoga when the goat will come and participate with you. And I think we've established on an earlier show, yoga is of the devil, or no?
I can't remember. I think I was saying it's not, and then I can't. But I think you said, I don't think you were saying that yoga was of the devil.
Yeah, so I'm trying to keep it like should you get like ostracized from the community at large, I'll still be no, I'm with you, bro. We're on this together.
Yeah, okay.
I think like in being in India for a fair bit and seeing a lot of what I would consider very demonic shrines and stuff,
right.
I'm like, wow, I don't want to have anything to do with this. It seems different than any Christianity that I would know.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I know a lot of people, I have family members that are big yoga fans.
Yeah.
But I don't see them doing any of the spiritual context.
Right. That's
more
where,
like the stretching kind of thing.
That's where I'm like, come on, people, like stretching. But yes, I do think there is a level of stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you start getting into some of the weirdness.
Yeah, there's the mystical side. And then
you got to be careful. You never know what kind of doors you're opening to wildness.
Listen, I got enough stuff to deal with without opening any doors.
Exactly.
I'm trying to close doors.
Exactly.
Close windows. I don't want anything in my life.
Right.
But, hey, I did see that there's this yoga pose. I forget what they called it, like downward facing worm or something, where you literally lie flat on your stomach.
Yeah.
And then you lie flat on your back, and I'm like, I've been doing yoga
all my life. Right.
I'm an expert.
You're
in these
very,
two poses.
very healthy. You're extremely healthy.
Well, keeping on this, so the top three: the pygmy hedgehog, the pygmy goat, and the micro pig.
The micro. Oh, I've seen these micro pigs. Yes.
Really? How big? How big are they? Like?
Oh, they're like they also call them teacup pigs.
So they'll like fit in your hand.
Oh yeah, they're tiny little cute pig. I'm going to be honest. I want a teacup pig.
Really?
Oh yeah, and I name them oinkers.
They're I got a little picture of them.
Man. You got to admit they are cute.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Just like I hear pigs are intelligent and they make pets. Like they can get potty trained. And stuff.
I remember watching something where a pig called 911 for somebody one time. This is a real thing. I remember watching this. I could probably look it up.
All right. No. Like
I want you to
seeing my face of unbelief.
I know, but listen, I am not one to lie. I'm telling you, there is a story out there where a pig has called 911 to rescue his owner who was having a heart attack.
Wow.
I saw this on some show
called 911.
Yes, bizarre true stories.
Write us and let us know. I was thinking of the story where the guy comes and he sees the three-legged pig. You remember that one?
Yes.
Sees the three-legged pig on the farm and says, "Well, why don't you get rid of that thing?" It's he goes, "Man, one time it called 911. Another time it opened the barn door when there's a fire, and another time it kind of got a burglar." And the guy goes, "Well, why does it have three legs?" And he goes, "A pig like that, you don't need all at once." So that's what I was thinking of.
That poor pig.
Now take a look at this guy. This is, and how would you say that?
Capybara.
Capybara.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of this.
Which is, it's basically like a giant guinea pig, but much bigger.
No.
And you have to keep it in water, I guess, so it swims in your swimming pool. And I guess they like an infinity pool if they can get it, because they're just kind of swimming in there. And it looks like a kind of like a giant rat or a beaver.
You know what I would do if I saw one of those things? I would kick it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you put a capybara in my lawn, it's gone.
And now what if you're at because you and I have a number of friends and they live in these communities where you have like a community pool, which I think is kind of cool. I've never lived like that.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, Gina and I, our first place was an apartment, but it was like old school. It was like part of a house, that was your apartment.
Yeah.
But now you've got like fitness center, you've got a lounge, you've got all kinds of stuff. But you could bring your capybara. I wonder if they'd let it swim around in the pool.
Ugh. Gosh, they're just so gross. Like big rats. Like, no. You got rats in the New York subways about that big. So like maybe that's where me and you need to get into the capybara business and just go to New York, get some of these subway rats and sell them for like thousands of dollars.
You just go you get a gyro from the guy, you set it out there, you get a net, you've got yourself an exotic pet. Well, here's one, and I know it's been around for a while, but the tarantula. I guess the tarantula is making a comeback.
No.
They're very sociable and they're very quiet. Of course, I think, are they not lethal too? So
no.
But a tarantula. So what do you think about the whole like spider as a pet kind of a thing?
Oh, I think it's an idea straight from hell. I think it's the mark of the beast. I think it's all any kind of like Christian hyperbole I could use here. It's all of those things. It's all the things that are evil, and it's the gates of hell, the bowls of judgment. That is a tarantula. If you have a tarantula, we are not friends.
All right, now I'm just saying, if you got a tarantula, you've got piercings at that point, would you?
Yeah.
And you would have like face tattoos at that point.
You have piercings. You have a shrine of something in your house. You listen to only death metal.
Yes.
This is the kind of person you are.
Yeah, if you have a tarantula.
In my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how long they live.
Not a day is too long. In my opinion.
Well, I wonder, because like I had a friend and, he was in his 60s. He got a turtle when he was like 16 or 17, and the turtle's still around.
Wow.
Like they just kind of go and go and go and go. I wonder if a tarantula is the same thing. You like pass it on
not. I hope they go quick.
And, spiders that are that big and have hair, they're not doing it for me.
Something ain't right that a spider has hair. Like what? Wow.
Well, here's one, and this you can help me with the same. Is it axolotl?
An axolotl.
So it looks like it's a half fish and it's a half lizard.
Okay.
And he's a cute little guy. And are they a fish? Are they a lizard? We're not sure. But the axolotl looks a bit like Pokemon. They're saying.
He does.
So is Pokemon made a resurgence? I'm sure you're a big Pokemon. No,
I used to be a Pokemon fan. What's funny is Pokemon has made a resurgence.
They definitely,
especially a few years ago when that Pokemon Go came out.
Yes,
remember that? Where you
I actually tried it one time with my nephew or something.
Me too. It was actually a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And I found Pikachu once, and I was really excited about
that.
But if I could find an axolotl, that'd be pretty cool. I feel like here's the thing about pets like that. I get too attached, and I'm going to kill it. I don't know how to take care of an axolotl. Like, what do axolotls eat? Like, I'm just going to be over here trying to feed him fish food. And he's like, no, I need goldfish or something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to take care of it.
I remember when I was in college, my cat, I had a cat. I didn't, and he got really sick. I took him to the vet, and I go, the vet said, I remember because he was looking at me like I didn't know any better, and I probably didn't. He goes, what do you feed him? I said, he eats what I eat,
right?
Which is largely chicken wings, pizza, mac and cheese. And he sat me down, and this is what he said. He goes, God knew that your cat couldn't build a fire, so he didn't give him like the intestines and stuff. like he would talk to a tiny kid. I'm like, but it made sense. I'm like, oh, okay. He's probably in nature. Which all these things, I mean, I think at some point you can't have like a micro pig in nature or a pygmy goat or a pygmy hedgehog. These are some kind of genetic breeding. But, the tarantula is walking around out there. The axolotl, he's doing his thing.
It looks like he's flying.
Yeah.
Does the axolotl fly?
I don't think so. He's a part fish, so he might be in water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he's doing his deal. But like if you fed him a cheeseburger, like he probably doesn't have the digestive tract for the cheeseburger.
He'd be like, what is this? Why do I imagine the axolotl talking like this? What is this?
He sounds like he's from the Lower East Side.
He's like, hey, bring me back to my environment, dark water. That's what I like. I don't want to see anything except for floating particles of stuff.
Now, this one is actually one that you had talked about. We had talked about this. It's the marmoset monkey. It is about, ladies and gentlemen, you can fit this guy in your hand.
Okay.
And he's just a little monkey. He's quote, ridiculously cute and very mischievous. And they require a lot. Underline a lot. The people that know more stuff than we do said a lot. And apparently these monkeys are making a big thing. Like they're
some real monkey mischief.
Yeah.
I would love to have a pet monkey because I already talked to my dog Sting.
Yeah.
As if he's a human. I carry on conversation with him. He talks back. It's this whole thing.
And he's down with the monkey?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, could you imagine how happy I would be with a monkey and a dog?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't need human interaction for the rest of my life. They'd be my best buds.
Yeah.
So I would love a monkey, especially a monkey that's doing mischief.
Yes.
I want a mischief monkey.
Yeah.
Like, that would be awesome. Like, just swinging around the trees, damaging the house. Just be cool.
What if he's like goes online and orders stuff?
Yeah, he's like, I get to the door and there's just crates of bananas, just tons of bananas, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, oh, monkey, what did you do?
I think we all got turned off on monkeys from The Wizard of Oz. You probably don't remember.
Oh yes, I do. The flying monkeys.
Yeah, I mean those were talk about mischievous.
Yeah, they were.
They were evil minions.
Evil looking monkeys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but apparently the witch, I forget which north, south, east, and west she was from, but
west.
She was pretty happy with them.
Yeah, she enjoyed those little evil monkeys. But I mean, if I was
flew, as I recall,
they did. Yeah, but if I was green and as hideous as that character was, I would enjoy monkeys myself.
Who are you going to get to hang out with you at that point?
I'm like, ugh.
Really. And listen, on the spiritual side of things, if you've painted yourself green and you're worshiping the devil, it's time to get saved, not get a bunch of
monkeys doing your bidding. Yeah,
right. Like, write us at our new website, and we'll
lead you through salvation.
We will definitely lead you through, because I mean, listen, just as a friendship thing, just as an aside, this is like we should have a bell or something. We're going to talk about something spiritual or actually worthwhile,
right?
I remember somebody saying the only way to have a friend is to be one. And it's such a simple mantra, but I meet a lot of lonely people that have not been a good friend to other people. So now they're like, why don't I have any friends?
Right. Yeah. I get that. Man, you just took it down. I'm just all of a sudden like, oh man, there's what's that one song like? Think about all the lonely people. You know that song?
Oh, yeah. I think it's a Beatles song. Yeah. So, I think, I think because we are in a community where there's a lot of people. And, I think both you and I really try to be as personable as possible.
Right.
And, you meet people and, like try not to be a jerk and you'll have more friends.
Yeah, just smile at somebody.
Yeah, smile, or, like instead of calling every time you have an issue, maybe give them a call when you don't have an issue.
See how they're doing.
Yeah. Or,
that's always a good one. I got one of those calls the other day. It was a super long call. So I think there's a balance too, like call and check on the person, but like not for an hour. My God.
Oh, yeah. Were they checking on you for an hour?
They were checking on me. But I mean, talk for a long time, but like,
yeah.
And here's I guess to each their own. There's some people that really like that. Do you like long phone calls?
I don't mind if it's if it's edifying and I'm going, but I'm pretty. I don't land calls well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm kind of like, okay, bye. You know what I mean? Like you're in mid sentence or something.
I guess I'm so like, my days are very scheduled and stuff like that. I'm just very much like, okay. What do you need? What do you got? Okay, bye. That's kind of how I am, just in everything. My wife calls me out on it all the time. Some of my friends call me out on it too. They're like, it doesn't need to be so in and out, like just like have a conversation, linger a little bit. I'm just not like that. I'm just more like boom, 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 boom.
Now take it in another spiritual direction. Speaking of lingering, worship has been amazing. You're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been awesome. There's been I feel like we're in a new season of something, creativity.
Yeah,
just corporate worship, and it's awesome. We're loving it.
Yeah, anything you can attribute it to, anything you can put your finger on?
Well, yes.
Is it this show?
It is this show. It is David and Dave. No, honestly, I have been here now 16 years, right?
Swear on a holy stack of Jesus Bibles.
Well, I'm not swearing on a holy stack of Jesus Bibles, but I am swearing on 2 new Rick Joyner books that we just got in. But I will say what's happened is, for the first time in 16 years, I have a core band that's not always changing.
Oh, yeah.
And that really has made a difference.
That makes a difference.
So, we got Sam, Will, Phil, Ganbol, John, myself. And when we get together, we are so close and tight-knit and just know where each other's going and just really just have fun worshiping together. I think that's made a huge difference. Like, we are a unit, kind of like how they used to be in the 90s.
Yes.
It feels that way again.
Yeah.
For the first time in a very long time.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, come and check us out. I have not seen this campus so vibrant and vigorous with all kinds of things going on. So, but I always said, because I played a little bit of rock and roll when I was a kid and stuff, but the bands that stuck together, even if they were crappy starting out, they got better just because they stuck together and they became more fluid. And,
it's true.
I think that's an important one. Well, I do want to, go through the list here because there are a couple other. I guess octopus are making a resurgence.
Why?
You get them in your aquarium. Because you can't like really walk them or anything, but
they escape quite often.
Do they?
Yes, and they can blend in with any color. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so if octopus get out, let's say they get on this black couch, they would to the couch and turn black.
Oh my God.
This is for real. It's like a defense mechanism.
Man, that's like a new level of spookiness.
Isn't that cool?
Like you come in, you go to feed him and he's not in there.
He's like,
and you're looking everywhere.
He's like, gotcha. One of his tentacles come out and hits you.
But then to find him, you're like checking out everything.
You're like Oscar? Oscar?
Chinchillas are making
no.
Yes. They're more of a rat-like kind of a thing, but the chinchilla fur, that's the thing, because I guess they made a lot of chinchilla coats back in the day, which I would think it would take the sacrifice of many a chinchilla.
Many a chinchilla, yeah. Like you have to be kind of like killing an entire society.
You have to go right at it. Like I'm saying 500 of them per coat.
How do you convince a bunch of chinchillas to be like, hey, come here, we want to take you in. Eat this.
Maybe it's like a George Orwell novel, it's like, hey, come on in, we've got food in here, we're good. This one, I had a friend that had this, the sugar glider. It's that, kind of pocket-sized pet.
Yeah, those are cute.
And it, it flies. It's like a cross between a kangaroo and a koala bear, but it's little, and they fly. And I had a friend, but he said they're very nocturnal, very mischievous.
Interesting.
Yeah, like they'll get into the cupboards and, kind of like make nests and do all kinds of stuff. And then here's one. I think you might like this. The Kinkajo.
Oh, the Kinkajo. Look, is that his tongue?
That's his tongue. He's got a solid 10-inch tongue.
Is that a bear?
It's kind of like a bear-esque type of a thing. And apparently the Kinkajos, usually from the rainforest. Okay. So you'd have to have it kind of humid in your house, I would think. That, or at least that's the way he would like it. They're inquisitive, they're friendly, they're playful, and they look like a tiny little bear, and then you can kind of take them around. But I think
it's like a bear and an anteater.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, what an interesting, the Kinkajo.
Yeah, and it looks like about the size of a tomcat.
Yeah.
So you could kind of hang them out and, talk with them.
I'm not into that. No, that tongue freaks me out. I don't like it.
How about this one? The giant African land snail. This thing is a solid 6-8 pound snail.
Oh my God.
And it's just, it's like as its name would imply, it's giant.
That's disgusting.
Hey, now that I'm thinking about it, why would how do you discriminate? You make the snails bigger and the other things smaller up here, the goats and the pigs smaller.
How do people make this stuff? Do you think it's like a genetically do you think they like somehow are like, hey, let's get these snails together and make a massive snail?
Maybe they do, or maybe they found them someplace.
No,
they're like. But do you know, and this is just as a fact, snails, one of the top killers of human beings, much more than bees or sharks or anything like that. Extremely poisonous.
What are you talking
People
about?
get killed by snails all the time. Like you touch them, or you accidentally ate one in a salad.
Why are you telling me this?
And then they're like,
no.
I mean, but like the scale is like let's say sharks kill 500 people a year, snails kill like 10,000.
I'm like a low key hypochondriac, right?
Oh, is that right?
And now every time I see a snail, I'll be running for my life.
Yeah, and what if you're on the beach and one's just like trying to crawl
God.
up?
I found a slug on me. About 6-7 months ago at my old house, and I about lost my mind.
Yeah,
I could only imagine what I'm going to do with these killer snails. these snails coming after my life.
Let's finish it up here. The fennec fox, little fox.
Want that?
He does his deal, and then the Bengal cat. I think I've actually seen that. I don't know anyone have it, but it's kind of like, it's much bigger than a house cat, but I guess he does his.
Oh my. Sorry, I'm seeing the next one.
Here's the bottom one.
No.
Yes.
Never.
This is, I'm going to go, let's take a collection right now and get this guy for you.
Find you. No.
The Madagascarian
hissing cockroach.
No. And it seems to be 6 inches long. But hey, give the guy a chance.
No.
Don't judge the book by his cover.
No, I'll smash
You could have that guy in your house. He might be the best friend. Maybe he hangs out.
What is wrong with
these
people?
giant
Get a
insects?
dog.
They don't sting. They don't bite. They run fast, and they're good with kids. It says it right here on the people that know more
good
stuff.
with kids,
but
and
they
give
do
up.
make a loud hissing noise.
Yeah.
And, but I guess a lot of people really enjoy the Madagascar giant hissing cockroach.
That's disgusting. I mean, I hate roaches. I saw a cicada outside, 2 cicadas outside my house. Those.
Yeah.
I killed 2 of them immediately.
Really?
I don't like bugs. I don't like snakes. I found a snake too because I live in a very wooded area, like on an acre of land. And so I was like, these snakes are, I immediately wanted to pack my stuff and get out.
Did you kill a snake?
I had some people kill it for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to do. You went downtown.
Dave, I'm telling
hung
you,
out at the 7-Eleven.
you would
Guy with the
never-
trench coat came up and said,
Yeah.
"Who do you want rubbed out?" And you just held up a picture of the
"It's a
snake.
snake."
It's this guy right here.
Get him. But you'll never see me run faster.
Wow.
Yeah, I will run.
Hey, do you
so
remember that
fast.
time you saw that huge
Yes.
one at my house?
I literally was just envisioning it. I've seen 2 snakes at your house.
Really?
One in the pond.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Which that's fine because I saw him in the pond and I was
Yeah.
like, "You stay there,"
Yeah.
But then the one at your house,
It was like 6 feet long. Or something.
and I ran. Now, mind you, that was clearly a king snake,
Yes.
and those are good because they kill the moccasins. They kill.
I mean, it remains to be seen. One
Right.
person's good
Right.
is another
That's so
person's
true.
king snake.
That's so true.
One person hissing cockroach is another person's hedgehog. But
so gross.
So I think, ladies and gentlemen, you can go online, get Dave a giant hissing cockroach,
Yeah.
and then because according to the Bible. You have to take it and love it. Isn't it something? Isn't there some scripture like that where you've got to like?
I think you've misinterpreted the word there, Dave. Yeah. I feel that he says that we have authority over all living creatures. Yeah. So I will take my authority and crush it under my feet.
No, you would need more than a foot. You'd have to put on some like giant boots or something like
that's
that.
So gross.
I do like, I remember growing up as Catholic. So all my friends and relatives, or not relatives, friends, they had a modicum of understanding about the Bible. None of them had ever been to church. None of them had ever read the Bible. But every once in a while, they would quote these scriptures. Only until later in life, I would find out that there's not actually a scripture like cleanliness is next to godliness. It says it right there in the Word of God.
You're like, oh my God,
I'm like,
I didn't take a shower today.
And then, the one I always heard, like when they were getting kind of, half in the bag, they're like, well, Jesus drank wine.
Right.
Like that's like a coverall for you getting into drunken debauchery. Here.
Right.
But,
he made wine.
What's that?
I said he made wine. He turned water into wine. I don't know if I'm sure he drank it too.
I guarantee you he was not getting wasted.
No, not wasted, but I'm saying I'm sure he drank it too. But
I'm sure he did. I'm sure
he wasn't a partier.
Yes.
He was a sinless one.
Yes.
That one.
And you know what? The older I get, man, oh man, am I glad I'm a Christian. Yeah. I just watch every other form of people living their lives to just get off the rails because I feel like this, Dave. I feel like if it was a religion where I had to like obey something or keep it all together or follow some rules and I would just fail.
Oh, me too.
I would fail miserably. I would not be a good... I think there are some personality types that do really well like that.
Yes.
But I've got a Savior, you've got a Savior that leaves the 99 behind, finds the one, draws us in, loves us. As the Father showed us the heart of the prodigal, just loves us, keeps pulling us back, perfecting us. Even though I go kicking and screaming sometimes,
right.
We're all on that road to perfection where he's working it out.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this has been entertaining for you.
Yes.
We're going to try to provide quality entertainment, a good laugh, throw in a couple of scriptures there, and now you have the ability to let us know at drive@mstarm.org. So from us here in Studio 8, we are threatening threatening to do a live event soon.
Yes.
We would love to come to your town and do this. And we had one special guest. I don't think it's aired yet, but a special guest, our very first.
Special.
It was really cool.
Especially for me, it was very special.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
And it was a celebrity. I won't let you know he was in the celebrity form. So come and check us out. You can find this everywhere on the web. You can just go tell your friends to get on. We love to hear from you guys. Drive time at David and Dave, drive at mstarm.org. And until we see you next time, this is Dave Yarns.
David Vallier.
God bless you guys. He who sits in the heavens laughs.
Yes, he does. See ya.
Thank you, guys. David and Dave are David Vallier and Dave Yarns of Morningstar Ministries. If you would like to know more about Morningstar Ministries, please visit their website at www.morningstarministries.org. Join us next time when we continue with the next edition of Drive Time with David and Dave. For David and Dave and their studio team at Morningstar Ministries, this is Chuck Christie saying thanks for lightening up with us. Psalm 2 verse 4 starts out, "For he who sits in the heavens laughs." Tune in again next time and laugh with us. Until then, remember to share, tweet, Insta, Snap, and look us up on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spreaker.com, iHeart, Spotify, and SoundCloud, and many other podcast portals. Make it a great week.